Hello and welcome. I am Ash Mannix. It is Sunday evening. And where's my what? My phone. Oh, I'm totally on the ball. Dear oh dear. Right. It is Sunday evening again. Every week. And we're going to play some more Ace Attorney Investigations. So, let me hook up my controller. Let us switch over to the full screen. Let's get into this. Where were we? I can't remember. I feel like a lot has happened this week in my life. Oh yeah. Apologise, just munching on some cherry bakewells. Top quality. Right. We're going to investigate this area. It's kind of creepy. All these masks lined up here in the dark. Not a fan of horror movies, I take it. No way. That stuff's so unscientific. I think you mispronounced terrifying. Lol. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Evangelidon, welcome to the stream. Yes, Emma Sky, the scientist extraordinaire. Let me disconnect this. Let me just munch on another cherry bakewell. Shame about her sister. Did her sister get arrested in one of the cases because she was she tampered with evidence or something? So sugary. Yeah, she was, what was it again? She was tampering with evidence. I can't remember why. Was the police chief not involved in that? Or the commissioner? Right. Evangelio don't saying the police chief falsified evidence and killed someone. Wait, what? Oh. Who's the police chief now? When did that happen? That was in the Phoenix Wright case, right? Damon Grant, the lightning bolt dude. Wait. When I search for Damon Grant, weird stuff comes up. Yeah, that dude. He looked epic as well. Oh, and you know what? I remember Emma Sky's sister was quite cool. She was quite attractive. Oh, this is a very good cosplay. Whoa. Anyway, I'm getting distracted as usual. Let's see. Evangelio says he killed a detective, cowboy detective. It was the first game's bonus case. Damon Gant. Oh. Right, well, let's see. There's a selection of masks arranged in the rack here. There's even a steel samurai. And what an impressively authentic likeness it is, too. The scientist in me is sensing something strange though, a lack of consistency, you know? In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow. I don't disagree. There's even an empty space here. Yeah, just an empty hook. Right in the middle. Somebody using that one, perhaps. Don't we have the evidence for that? Wait, that's a jamming ninja though. Well, wait, one first. First things first. I'm gonna save Scum. Evangelion saying Damon Ash cosplay when. What? I already saved. This guy who's cosplaying as him has done like, oh fucking hell, right one, close. Like he's got a full wig on, and like for the beard he's put on like plastic pieces, but it looks really good. The suit is a bit oversized though. I don't know why he's wearing a suit that. I suppose it's hard to get. You need to get a suit that fits you. He also wears pink. This guy's wearing blue glasses, not pink. Interesting. Damon Gant. Wait, what's this? These are all case files from various murders. What? But why would they be in here? They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse or the prosecutor's office. Which would suggest that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious is going on here. We need to find out more. Interesting, that is fishy. Fishy, fishy, fishy! Fishy, why does it say 50,000 and that says 2,200? It's the Steel Samurai and the Nickel Samurai. The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. Skinny and cool, right? I'm Team Steel all the way. Okay. Wait, is Nickel lighter than Steel? You've just gone up in my estimation. Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god. She's the only heroine the Steel Samurai series needs. You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess. Didn't Old Bag player or actors are? You watch shows like that, Emma? Of course, you love them too, right? Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but sure. Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figure in your office, so I thought... Ugh, I can't believe Emma's seen it. Mate, it's right in front of everyone's face. What are you talking about? That mask. That's Global Hero on Yang Compound. What the fuck? And why is that so shocking? You really don't know? Everything about the show is secret when it's on TV. Who makes it? So the merchandise is super rare. What? It sounds to me like whoever made it may have simply gone out of business. Yeah. That's Captain Saipan. He's super popular overseas. Saipan. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it. I mean, what else is there? I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself. What the hell is this one? What TV show are these from? I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry's School. What? It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes. What? So their masks are modeled on sports safety helmets or something, right? And maybe the number of eye slits tells you their student ID number. What? So the one on the left would be number 1 and the right one is number 2? What? I suppose that could be it. Yes. What? Why would you have to... Why would you... Well, so number 5 has got 5 slits it can't see. That would be a ton of slits for the kids with the highest ID numbers. I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now. Maybe there's only 2. Juice? Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Oh! Kay was carrying a Jammin' Ninja mask when she was found, but it looks like it might have originally come from this hook. Scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem like a crazy hypothesis. Okay. Which would mean that Kay was really here? As you put it, why is that moved? Jeez. I need more screens on my computer. Nope. But why? Did she come to steal something, maybe? There's all kinds of stuff here. Because she's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. Okay, so... that didn't really do much. What? But... why are these all got price? Are they... wait. Are they selling these? These are... sorry, these are... What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? If I'm not mistaken, several of the items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. But what are they doing here? Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff it's looking into. It can't be. Evidence like this is stored at the police department. They don't keep stuff at the prosecutor's office too. When a case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial is finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct, unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere. So did they just have like, where do they store all this evidence, right? If you're storing evidence for every crime, is there like a limit? Like, do you just have like giant buildings full of criminal evidence that you store forever? These are the important questions. How long are you supposed to hold evidence for? Evangelical saying, I think these are more recent. So yeah, this evidence looks recent, but I'm thinking about in real life. How long do the police hold evidence for? And like, do police precincts have massive buildings full of criminal evidence? How long is evidence held for? By the police. Police keep evidence depending on the nature of the case and the progress of the investigation. If the investigation is still open, evidence is kept until the case is resolved. In cases that involve a conviction, evidence may be stored for the duration of the sentence or longer for serious crimes. At least 6 months after conviction, or if later, until... ooh, what? 6 months after conviction. Evangelical saying, I think it's until the case is solved. What if they solve it and they're wrong? I mean, I suppose, like, you can't hold all the evidence forever, but, like, there's cases where they're wrong, right? They get, like, guilty, and it turns out they weren't guilty, but they've given up all the evidence then? Evangelical saying that happened is the last case where... did they get rid of all the evidence they found though? After that guy, what's his name? Tangarawan was found guilty. That's kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of insane. But then you can't just hold evidence forever. Alright, crack dealer! Welcome to the stream. We are talking about how long the police can hold evidence for. It's supposed to go right back to the precinct, unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere. Why is my mouse not working? My controller, fucking hell. And yet, here it all is. There's no point in trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Why is my controller... oh, fuck! Why do you lose connection, you shitey Xbox controller? Get fucking connected. Come on. Man! Man! Oh my god, what the fuck? Labels with numbers printed on them. I think that's the amount in yen. Exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they were all pieces of evidence, right? They wouldn't have commas. This is not in Europe. Wait, Europe uses commas. No, what is it? In Europe, not you, all of Europe, but in some places in Europe, I've noticed they use commas. We use dots for like £6.90 would be 6.90. But in Europe, they use commas, 6,90. It confuses me. Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written, by the items themselves, I guess these are prices. Yeah, I guessed it right. Someone is selling the evidence. Prices? I would never have guessed that. Wait, but none of this stuff could be worth that much money, could it? 8,400 yen is not that much, man. I mean, it is 84 quid, but like, for stolen evidence? I feel like I should be higher. The prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised. I suppose the 1990s numbers? 240 yen is fuck all, come on. I must examine all of these in detail. Or is this supposed to be in dollars? Wait, what is up with my fucking... oh my god, this controller is fucked. Bloody shit connection. Craddy is saying, what you munching on? I am munching on some cherry bakewells, which is very British. But these are not the Mr. Kipling ones. These are the Asda brand. Asda being like, it's a supermarket. Supermarket? Fuck. Grocery store. Basically like Walmart, but nowhere near as big. Walmart owned Asda for a while. They don't now. Craddy says, also I want that mannequin. I did notice that mannequin in the corner. A mannequin, huh? Wait, I know. All thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right? Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. It doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room either. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here? Is it to hold someone's outfit? It's a small bottle, one I've seen before. Oh, that's all? Nothing else to add? Well, no. What more do you want me to say? Hold up, I've got to write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topic into something picturesque with his explanations. What the fuck? Next time, try making those kind of notes in silence. Oh, this is the ink from Thingy. A bottle of ink and a lantern. Both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine. But why? What's all this stuff that's related to you doing here? It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time. The duration of the case no longer. Perhaps this is all nothing but a coincidence. Seriously? A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. I mean, that's true actually. You must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe too? Wait, sorry, Edge was saying that. Isn't that what scientists believe too? Oh ho ho, you want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in. This may take a while. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, look at that there. Wait. That's odd. That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. But it still has one of those signs in front of it. Indeed. And look, there's an outline in the dust on top of the cloth. I'd say something was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you? I thought that carpet thing was the thing. What did we have that was a star formation? Was it a trophy or something? Oh, I feel like I'm... something with the star base. Oh, the kettle. That's the... Paul... Whatever the fuck that guy's... The artist's name, Kettle. You know what? I think you might be right. Also, is that an imprint on dust? Wait, that looks like the design on the fucking the little piece of cloth. I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what. Well, I might have an idea. A star-shaped outline. Don't we have a piece of evidence that might well be connected? Do we? Do we have it? Oh shit, no, it's this. Okay, I was wrong. It was not the Paul, whatever the fuck. America does, Ivan J. Don is saying, America does commas for numbers in the thousands up, same for Japan. Right, so in the UK we do the same. We use commas for numbers in the thousands and the millions and billions and all that shit. But in Europe, Now, I'm not saying all of Europe. Maybe this is just Germany or something. But some of the European countries, they use commas for like the decimal points. It's weird. Trader said, yeah, I thought that as well. You thought it was the kettle as well? The teapot, sorry. Did you? Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Ba, 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 ba. The outline in the dust. That is not dust, man. What the fuck? The outline in the dust matches the bottom of the candle brim exactly. I'd say there's a very strong chance that this is where our murderer took it from. Which would mean the candelabrum... Candela... How the fuck do you... Give me 1 second, let me check. How is this pronounced? Google! Wow. Candelabrum? Is that right? Get the fuck out of here. Wait, does Wiki tell me? Candelabrum? Man, this fuck... Candelabrum. This all sounds fucking weird. I don't know. I don't... Candelabrum. Sounds weird. Right, what am I doing? Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case. It certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from this storeroom. Okay, well, that was something. There's nothing of interest here. What are you talking about? There's a fucking safe! Mate, why are we ignoring the safe? Oh, isn't he a cutie? Look at this fluffy little guy. That's the stuffed animal we found at Gourd Lake. Oh, that was a while back. Oh shit, yeah! He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. So how did he wind up here? Oh, but look, he's missing his left horn. He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least not as far as we ever saw. Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer. I'd better recall. Now what I come to now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with? What? This is being added? The stuffed animal we originally found in the Zhengfa presidential plane missing its left horn. Wait, what? So this storeroom is actually more of a stockroom? It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases? And who too? Who'd even want to pay for all this stuff? Well, clearly they've taken up a whole room of this fucking building. It must be one of the prosecutors. Is it Winner? No. Or maybe the granddad who's like the head prosecutor, motherfucker. Somebody clearly. The price tags are proof of that. Why would you just leave the price tags next? If you're going to have a storeroom to keep evidence that you have stolen, why would you keep the price tags right next to them? Like, this is not a shop. This is like this is like a black market storeroom to store the merch before you sell it. Why would you would keep the price tag right next to it as if someone's going to walk in and just like buy stuff at the till? What the fuck, man? This does not make sense. Make it make sense. That's a cute little doll. It's kind of like the Steel Samurai. It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. Damn, what a burden. I can't imagine the pressure that must have put him under. More than most people could bear. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless. A certain tragic refinement. You talk about yourself, mate. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me? Oh, of course. Ryder saying so that we remember how much it would be sold for. I don't know, man. You just have it. You'd write it down and come on. If you like, this is just like the game needs to show you how much stuff is. Ryder saying I don't know. Feels thinking to make sense of it. I know. I'm making the same mistake, you guys. We've done it before. We were like, why this doesn't make sense, and like, it's not supposed to. What the hell? They've got the fucking truck from the the theme park. Fucking hell! How did they get up here? How did they get this here? How'd you get this stuff here without getting caught? Imagine it was Francisca. No. I refuse to believe this. Those whips are not cheap. Freight elevator. Oh shit, there is a freight elevator. How do you how do you... They must be in on it, right? Because you can't sneak this into the building. Some prosecutor on the lower floor, on floor 50, would see it. Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of wooden icebox. Yeah, the chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping. What the fuck are you even talking about? I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in? Why would you chain it up like that? The wood is imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moths away. Oh, yeah, sure. Guess you could look at it that way too. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for the summer, right? Still not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see. Wait, is she wearing the the typical dev socks? I remember that being a meme for a while. Devs all wear these like stripy thigh-high socks. I don't know where it came from, but I find it funny. Uh-oh. Crack just seeing the suitcase with the fucked up colours. Oh yeah, shit, it's the background. A bunch of trophies and... Ooh, look, somebody left a walkie-talkie here. It looks to me like it was put there deliberately. Rather like it's on display, to be honest. Hey, there are batteries in here too. It could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I could take it to the police station afterward. Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief. Also, wouldn't they be like, where the fuck did you get this? Why do you need a walkie-talkie? Are we going to take it or not? Whoa, that's one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belonged to. There are 4 male figures start acting as legs holding up the tabletop in the centre. It's hideously cringy. Could it have been the Prime Minister, dude? Or the President of Zengfa? And it doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to look back around. To be camp enough to look back around? What? Is this from one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I can't think of anyone related to any of my investigations with such ostentatiously awful taste. At least I don't think there was. Dude, look at the money. Ooh, wait, why is he stuck? Oi, oi, oi. God, this controller fucking hell, mate. I'm disappointed in you, Xbox controller. Fuck you. Money. Money! The piles of banknotes just left out for all to see. A little tasteless, wouldn't you say? Oh my god, give me a second. What the fuck is wrong with this controller? Fucking... fuck this shit. No way, there are like all $100 bills. That's a fortune right there. Fucking hell. How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth? 1 day, because I'm fucking expensive. Please, Emma, I don't even want to think about it. Mate, you get paid big bucks, shut it. I mean, you have to pay for that cravat thing. Right, well. What is that giant head thing? Oof, I don't know. It's the head of the great Mrs. Monkey. What? I remember the case well. But how did they even get it up here? Huh? Mrs. Monkey? That doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Or misremembered it somehow? Don't be ridiculous, as if I'd ever make such a mistake. Wait, was it Mrs... I don't know. It's sold though. Someone bought that. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why would you leave the money hanging? Oh my god, I don't just... Whoa, did the game just fucking freeze there? This statue... What is it? Got some new data for me, sir. Evajay Dotson, get a new controller, mate. No, man, it's not the... Like, this controller is new. Relatively new. It's something to do with the... my PC sits under the desk, and it's a Bluetooth fucking controller. So, obviously, the Bluetooth sucks dick. Because Bluetooth is fucking shite. I think it's losing connection every so often. When I plug it in, though, it seems to be fine. I'll plug it in to charge, which is weird. So I wonder... Maybe it's long battery. Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on. A piece of evidence. I believe it's called the Alfred statue. There are two of them. A real one and a fake. Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places. An old case, huh? Guess you have worked on a bunch of different... Wait, what was that? Oh no! No! Fuck this woman! Gotcha! Cardiac! Red down-handed! Oh fuck. Guiltier than a... Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I can't do this. I can't do this voice. Guiltier than a tomcat covered in cream. Fuck. Ah! Ugh, my eyes. Stop that at once. Ain't no stopping my snapping. Not till I get... I fucking can't do this. Not till I got every dang detail and then some. You all think I'm about a little bunch of dirty criminals go before I get shot? Think again. Where the fuck was she hiding? We're not criminals. God, I do not like this person. Yeah, sure. Pull the other one. It's got bells on. What the fuck? This here camera has a weapon. Oh, Kratia saying, I'm leaving. Oh my god. Imagine said, donut saying monkey head got sold. Wait, what? It's Afro Lady. Yeah, a lot of heart. What's up with her hair? Oh god, she hurts my soul. Kratia saying, I can't take the accent. It's bad. I know. I don't know, man. How to? I need to. I don't practice any of my. I can't do an American accent. This here camera is a weapon of justice. Ain't about to be hornswoggled by your cheap denials. Fucking hell. Maybe I should just give her a fucking English country accent. Oh, it's you. Huh? You're that low down dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't ya? Who are you calling a low down dirty jerk? This is Lotta Hart, a photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case. Didn't she fucking almost get us arrested? Because she wouldn't bloody tell the truth. She's hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with. Quit making that face, will you? That's the face of a no-good schemer if I ever saw one. Seems I didn't leave the best of impressions on her either. Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful alls I want from you is a couple of pictures. But we're just here to investigate. Sure you are. If by investigate you mean pull the wool over Lotta's mile-wide eyes. What the fuck? Even her expressions annoy me. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me. You got no chance in hell, mate. It didn't hurt to try, I guess. But we're probably better off leaving her alone for now. Let's not talk to her. You are a distraction. A horrible one. You said this statue was a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right? It's pretty weird looking, I have to say. I like her face she makes when she thinks it's a It's known as the Alfred statue. The what? The Alfred statue. But it says here that it's called the Alfred statue. Alfred? What are you muttering about? Nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we? Crackdrill saying she seems like a woman who would use the tea. I've heard people talking about this app. Did they not get hacked? We got lots of money and price tags. Bang, baby. We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods. Shady deals to a hidden 50-foot first floor? This is big. It has to be, right? I think it might be, but we'll need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here. If only there was an eyewitness we could interview. An eyewitness, huh? Oh god, no. I don't want to talk to her, she sucks. Also, what is up with this thingy? Crackdrill saying, yeah, the good old 4chan. LOL. 4chan, man. Trust it. Why am I not surprised that 4chan would infiltrate fucking the T app and hack it? It's like, well, they're talking about us incels. Eva Jan don't think she sucks? Question mark? No, she's hot. No, man. Also, we call it 4chan. Wait, what? To be honest, what I heard about that T app was kind of toxic, though. Basically, it was not an app that allowed women to talk to each other about dates they'd been on, but they'd also be allowed to dox the people they'd been out with. Now, I don't mind that in the context of maybe someone was being like a creep or harassed someone, and they're warning them. But if you're just talking about someone you met and you're like, he was gross, and then you dox them, I think that's fucking dodge. Even Jadon is saying so it's basically femchan. Maybe. "4chan took it upon themselves to hack into it." Sounds like a 4chan femchan turf war. You know 4chan will win. They won't win. They won't, or maybe they'll never. Maybe they won't win. I don't know. The incel wars. Having said that, I don't want to be too disparaging. I don't want to be disparaging. Like, not everyone in 4chan is an incel. Clearly, can't just like label everyone like that. Oh boy, this whole experience is enough to boggle a guy's mind. Mysterious storerooms, damsels in distress, it's got the lot. Could you at least try to take things a little more seriously, Fender? Hey, I could try. No, but seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay out as you are. She's safe with me. You go do your thing. It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you. Well, what was you looking? What was this? Wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick floor plate, sturdy supports. I love a sturdy support. I love myself a thick floor plate. At a rough estimate, I'd say it could hold 50 of you easily, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough. You say that, but pack yourselves in tight enough and I think you might just do it. Okay. I really don't think so. And anyway, we have more important things to be investigating. We can theorize about the elevator once we're done. Evangel Donut saying 4chan hasn't been 4chan in a long time. Why'd you like Cracker was asking Evangelion why you like her. Larkatai is complaining about payment process companies. Yes, well, it looks like they're flexing. I heard. Where did I see this? It was on a YouTube video. I don't know how legit it is, but I heard that the reason the payment processors went to Steam and all that, these companies, and started pushing about these type of games was because there was like some sort of like Australian women's forum that got Steam to ban. What was it? I heard, and I might be wrong, that it was a company in Australia that is what the fuck? Wait, why are they what? This is not what I'm looking for. Here we go. Fuck off. Australian anti-porn group claims responsibility for Steam's new censorship rules and victory against, quote, porn sick brain rotted pedo gamer fetishist. Fuck me. Porn sick brain rotted pedo gamer fetishist. That's kind of funny. That's really funny. Yeah, so they were the ones that basically did I think they spammed like Visa and MasterCard and stuff like that. They had like 100,000, they got like 100,000 people to send emails to them or something to complain about stuff being on Steam and itch.io and stuff. And that's what pushed them to do it. That is what I heard. I'm reading this PC Gamer article, blah, blah, blah. Blah 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 blah. As one of the problems was there was one or two games that came out which were just like, there's no way they should have been allowed. I can't remember which games they were in particular. This tweet they've got from one of these people that are allegedly in this group says, all these porn sick brain rotted pedo gamer fetishes so desperate to get their hands on, quote, raped by little sister incest games, they're now exchanging clues on how to find them so that they don't all die overnight. Bloody hell, what a nice part. But the whole, the point of this is that you're fucking giving the credit card companies, and they've already been doing this before, like you're giving them bloody, man, this is bullshit though. Like, I get there's some things that should just fucking get booted out of the existence, but this, man, this, they're alright for now, but as soon as the credit card companies come back and say we don't like this anymore, we're gonna ban this as well. What a quote though. What a nice sounding individual. What a well reasoned individual. Anyway, that's your fucking, what a quote. And the same company was defending cuties back in 2020. No, wait, what company was defending cuties? Which one? It couldn't have been it couldn't have been that women's group. It must have been. Are you saying MasterCard? Right, anyway, let's continue. What the hell am I doing, guys? What is happening here? Maybe you're right. Fine. 45, Mr. Edgeworth. 48 tops. Okay, that was not fun. Right. Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart? Me, I told you. I'm in it for the truth, for the good of society, and for a little old me, of course. I want one day I'll be able to do a passing American accent. I need to actually practice this. I need to like listen to Americans properly. Like I listen to Americans all the time. Most of the people I watch on YouTube and podcasts I listen to are all American people. I'm a photographer for the people. For the people? I mean, okay. If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence trafficking scheme here in the storeroom. Oh, so she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. Well, how do you all figure that out? Blah. Guess it means I don't have to tippy toe around it anymore now. Man. Tried this thing, so apparently fiction does more harm than real stuff. I know. The Australian company. Oh, I saw some Madam Savvy tweets. Are you... What, they were defending cuties? No, I refuse to believe that. They couldn't, man. That is exactly the type of shit that they'd be like, what the fuck is this? There's no... I refuse to believe that. You need to show me evidence. One of my sources told me on the down low about an underground auction. What? So all the items here were sold to the highest bidder. Folks were slinging money around like it was going out of fashion. Why would they want to buy this shit? Had to come see for myself, of course. Get eyes on my subject, you know. Should have heard the tales my contact was telling. Taller than 2 trees or so, I thought at first. Anyway, anywho, wasn't about to write up based on hearsay alone. Yeah, you couldn't fucking write that on hearsay. So yesterday I snuck in, slugged behind this here statue and settled in to wait. Bloody hell, you been there since yesterday? Bidding starting late that night and carried right on through to the break of dawn. Where were they bidding? Inside this room? So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence? Evangel Donut's going, ew to what? Dirty deals in a secret storeroom. Talk about a story. Was there anything else in sale apart from the items of evidence in this room? Sure, there was regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing. What? Why would they just sell that as well? In what way are shady artworks regular exactly? But the evidence was the big draw for sure. Reckon they were selling them fast and the crooks could smuggle them out of the cop and prosecutor shops. Shops? And I'll bet you got a picture of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart? Well, you see, the main event was down below. I had to try and see what I could do from up here. Oh, for fuck's sake, you didn't get the fucking photos. Having been up here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then. It was an underground affair, like I said, so folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up on the roof there. Interesting. What the hell was Kay doing here? Threw on mask just as soon as they got down the ladder, and that ain't all. What, they came in here? They had voice changer doodads on them, see? Teeny tiny ones, dinkier than a bug's behind. Fucking hell, that's a phrase. It's so you couldn't see their real face and you couldn't hear their real voices. Surreptitious as whole surreptitious all heck. You mean surreptitious, right? What did she say? I surely do. Sweet surreptitude. Oh, fuck, okay. Hello, Lexiville. Welcome to the stream. Also, not a word. Anywho, once they had their gear on, they went right downstairs. And then in came the next one. When it came to leave, they all done the same, but in reverse. Up they came again, one by one. This seems like too much effort for a fucking underground auction. Like, coming in person to an auction that is like the floor above the prosecutor's main place? This is... Why would any criminal come to this? It's so dangerous. It's so stupid. Oh, my days. Mask's back on the hook, up the ladder and away. Interesting. Whoa, that's a serious operation. No, it's not. It's a fucking half-arse operation. Also, I wanted to investigate the suitcase. Mask data jotted down in my organizer, so they're using it to hide their identity. And how many participants were there? 11 altogether. I counted them when they came down the ladder. Ladder? Wait, let's not talk to her for a second. I want to fucking look at this. You said no. Alright. Why can't I look at the suitcase? The suitcase! Okay, you're kind of in the way. I want to look at this. Oh, fuck. I can't fucking see the suitcase. Oh. Y'all need something? Y'all? I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know? What did you do then? You didn't? Then where were you? Well, when I first got here, you know what? That ain't important right now. Uh-oh. That's fucking important, you better say. So you were hiding beneath the statue from the very beginning. Anywho, I watched all them folks come in from my spam spot there in the shadows. I see, so you were watching from behind the statue. Is she using a DS? She is using a DS, that's cute. Wait, why is she typing into a DS? It doesn't have a keyboard. Oh dear. They used that there elevator to get down below. And once they was all down there, I snuck up and took me a peek at what was going on. How did you take a peek? Did you go down the elevator? You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath? Nah, they sent it back up. But there's a little peeky hole if you know where to look. What? Elevator don't quite sit flush with the floor, see? And if you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang. Did you catch sight of who was in charge? They're gonna wear a mask as well. Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't get a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all. I wonder who this ringleader is. Evangel, don't think Azealia Banks lost her damn mind. Wait, who's Azealia Banks? I've heard of this name. Rapper, singer, songwriter. But wait, what was she losing her mind about? About what we were talking about something else. Check Discord. Na 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 na. What the fuck? Or, I mean, I don't. So it's like, look, people were. So the age, basically, she's talking about how people. Let's just say the age of consent was not the way it was now. In the 90s, though? What are you talking about? Blah, 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 Jerry Springer. I was old enough to choose such a decisive. At 15? Okay. I really don't get why women are fronting like they weren't fucking 40-year-olds at 15. Girl, are you what is this? What is this tweet? Like, why would you tweet this? Like, even if you think, you know, this was just the way things were back in the day, why would you tweet this? Now, if he was, we have a problem, but if the girls were 13 plus, who cares? Move on. Oh, wow. Forget about the Epstein files, who cares? Because it's not just about, like, it was abuse against their, man, what the fuck is this? I shouldn't have opened this. And the Greg Twitter account. has replied in that saying, I had to triple check to make sure this wasn't a parody account. Oh my god. This is the person, like, this thing is the thing where you're going to say this type of stuff. I don't know, man. I mean, also, man, the early 90s were crazy. Having a kid at the age of 12 was mad. I know those were different times, but we're talking about the 90s, man. The 90s, that wasn't that long ago. I'm pretty sure the age of consent was not like fucking 40. What the fuck? Anyway. Oh, fuck. Like, this is the hill you're gonna die on? Why? Also, it's like, okay, say you're just like, back in the 90s, apparently the age of consent does, like, whatever. If you think back then that was the way it was, whatever, right? But these people, it was against their will. So are we going to just ignore that bit? With the Epstein stuff, anyway, fucking hell. That's mad. But we live in interesting times. Oh god, let's not go into the talk about the age of consent. I am quite happy with the way the age of consent is. There is discussions to definitely be had, but not on this for. You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them? Y'all should know I came here to get me an exclusive. Fucking the press. An exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already. Fucking hell. I see, so you don't actually know anything about them. Wow. That's not what I took from that, okay. You think that's why she won't give us an answer? I think she's just also an arsehole. Makes sense, I guess. You got me. Couldn't see if it was a man or a woman. A kid or an old time and nothing. Evangel don't say, yeah, this is not the hill to die. I know, right? I like, if this... Now, do you think they would have been like this if it was anybody else? I like... And it's one thing, like the way... Oh man, my channel it really ain't about politics that much. Well, at least not this type of politics. But like the way it's framed, it's like I could choose to do blah 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 at the age of 15, and it's like, okay, you can choose to do that. That's not the issue. We're not criticizing the 15-year-old. We are criticizing the adult who chooses to have a relationship with these said 14 or 15-year-olds. And I don't know what this is in regards to, because, like, I don't know why they're giving specific ages. I don't know if something came up recently or today or something, because I've not heard anything specific so far about the special Epstein files or whatever the fuck. But like, we seem to be ignoring the fact that a lot of these things were against the individual's will. But whatever, we're just gonna ignore this. Cracker saying, oh my god, she tweets so much, it's so hard to find. Oh, this the other person, mate, serial tweeters. This is, you need to be careful, right? You just you can't use Twitter to brain fart all the time. It's just not safe. Like, do you know there's like times in life where you think something and you go, oh shit, that was a weird thought. It's a good thing I didn't tweet that out to the world, and now you've got Twitter so you can just fucking fart it out. We're not having a chat about, we're not, this is not forum to talk about the nuances, or not even the nuances, like anything around like the ideas of consent. I don't say transparency that you got dropped just 3 seconds to. The plot thickens in the world of politics, eh? Right, let's continue. What were they wearing? Could you see that at least? Sure, white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower on the lapel. Them three things is what I remember. Wait, that's the person that died. But what good's a description of the outfit if I don't got a clue who was wearing it? So this ringleader disguised their identity too, just like everybody else. Yes, sirree, mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards. They were wearing one of the masks. Which one? Let me see. Oh yeah, this guy. Zervan. Zervan? What the fuck is this? Zervan? What kind of a name is that? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you've never heard of Zervan? He's global hero Onyankonpon's arch nemesis. Who hasn't heard of Zervan, the Time Lord? Time Lord? What? Doctor Who? What? I think you might be better off asking who has. So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all? No, I damn well didn't. Which kind of scotch is my scoop? Scotch is my scoop? Sniffle. This whole mess has been none but a snipe hunt. Snipe hunt? I should have been never come. A snipe? What the fuck does that even mean? Ringleader's appearance. Data jotted down my organizer. I mean, we know of somebody who was dressed like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart. Interesting. La 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 la. You said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct? I sure did. Don't ask me why they was dressed up like a peacock on parade day, but they was. Is this the outfit you saw? Are you just gonna show a dead body? It's kind of creepy. Well, holy smokes, sure as heck is. I do like the boots. But wait, so the big cheese is dead? All we know is that she is the victim in the case we're investigating. Her name was Rosie Ringer. Rosie Ringer? Do you know her? Nope. So the ringleader was a lady. Oh, you thought it was a man, eh? Well, ain't that just flipping a dang eel? What the fuck? Throwing me off with a man's jacket like that. Oh, she was wearing a man's jacket. Oh, that's why she might have been wearing it. I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically. But setting that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to the case. Namely, the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim. Alright there, I don't think this is the same tweet I saw, but came first after scrolling a lot. Let's see. Cuties depicts the sexualization of girls, but it doesn't promote it. It holds up a America culture that grooms girls to believe their values and how sexy they appear. That's the same culture behind the games, ads, and music videos we spend for. Wait, what? The film shows how girls are bombarded with that from billboards, YouTube, from. Yeah, but the whole point was you could have showed it in a way that wasn't dodge as fuck. You know, that does beg the question, right? Like, I don't agree with what they've said, obviously, but why would they give that a pass and not the game stuff, right? Why would they give cuties a pass? Like, what's the logic? I'm curious as to what the logic is, what their logic is around that. Like, they say this is just here to show you and to make you feel uncomfortable and show you the problems of being like. I've heard people talk about cuties, and it's just fucking weird, right? And there's a bunch of decisions made in the production of it where it's just like, why didn't you just use adults? You could have used young adults who are 18 plus to depict the characters and just like make it less weird. Anyway, why does that get a pass yet? All the games, well, to be honest, I think they were against the specific, there was a game that basically promoted, I think, assault of women? I don't know, man. I don't know what this game was. I don't know. Like, can I snipe as a pass out with the name sniping supposedly comes from? Evangelii Donut says, yeah, I refuse to watch it because I've heard it was super dodgy. Yeah, I ain't watching it. I've seen a couple of people talk about it on YouTube. I ain't watching it. I ain't fucking putting... It's just like... From what I've heard, I'm like, no, I don't need to see this. And apparently they took auditions for it with thousands of children. Like, what? Apart, like, playing devil's advocate, I get for some films you want to have a child actor playing it, right? So, like, the first Harry Potter movies, they were all children because that was the characters for the story and all that stuff. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to watch it, and I don't even want to think about it. But from what I've heard, it's super dodge, and there's probably a better way to do it. Having said that, and the problem is, right, if you say, well, it was a controversial show and people are talking about it, like we're talking about it now, I'm like, but did the message get through of what you're trying to show? Because all we're talking about is, why is this made and it's so, like, dodge? We're not talking about, oh, wait, this does show me at least that, like, of the problems that girls go through growing up. Like, that's none of the conversation, if that was the intention, which I don't know. So I don't know, like, it's like being infamous is not automatically useful. Like, so if you're trying to get a message across, but anyway, characters saying, and this is the company trying to censor games. So I know people are crying hypocrisy, because in a sense it is, but I suppose in one they say this is like someone trying to show the badness of sexualization of women in the way it's done, and with the games it's like this is trying to show it in a good way, and we don't like this. That's how I see it. Now how they interpret it and how they think, yeah, like, is messed up and flawed, but I think that's the thinking behind it, because I don't think they are like let's just say I don't think they're into lolly, right? It's mental gymnastics as I see it. It's usually like in terms of like their logic. They have like this kind of flawed logic, flawed reasoning, but at the core they do, you know, want to get rid of anything that they see as being abusive. I don't know. Anyway, what the hell, man? I'm playing Ace Attorney Investigations on a Sunday. What the fuck am I even talking about? But anyway, let's continue. Namely, that the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim. So somebody done bumped off the boss, huh? Then what's that? That's what was happening? What? When what was happening? Oh, nothing at all. Y'all just go on about your business now. What the fuck? Why does she always do this? No offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Oh, Emma. Wait, how old is Emma? Is she studying uni or something? What was the age of her? Rosie Ringer. When she was a defense attorney and served on the committee alongside... She was a defense attorney and then she became a Wait, to serve on the committee you need to be a prosecutor, right? Prosecutorial... Wait. Why is this for prosecutors only? It seems a bit weird. Wait, Emma's 18? She's even younger than fucking... what's her... Kay? What the fuck? No, wait, no, she's older than Kay. What the fuck? I thought she'd be like 20 something now. This age not... 68? This dude's in good health for 68. Look at that hair. Suspicious my foot, I told y'all it's nothing. You won't get nothing more out of me than that. Wait, so there is more. How many dang times do I go? I tell you, ain't nothing, okay? And I ain't saying nothing either way. Oh, you can tell us just a little more? Pretty please, why are we asking her nicely? Fuck it though. I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? Don't you give a shit about fucking justice? No. Exclusive articles go out, money comes in, that's how the game is played. Tell you more? Heck, I done told y'all too much already. Wait, what if I examine some fingerprints for you pro bono? What kind of a cockamamie thank you is that? I'd sooner get a tooth pulled, bloody hell. You want intel, you go dig it up yourselves, just like I had to. Fucking hell, Hart, you suck! Okay, guess she isn't going to talk to either of us. Oh, and she expects us to tell her information when the going gets good. She's going to get nothing from us. Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. Wait, why did my controller vibrate? There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers, such... Oh, he's going to use mind chess. She may not give up the information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to. Time for the mind chess. Mind chess. Let's start by observing our opponent. She is a pain in the arse. I ain't telling y'all nothing, you hear? Now quit wasting my time before I really blow a fuse. As we've seen, she's very quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead wherever possible. Lexiville said, saying those weird age numbers remind me of that one Mega Man game where an old balding man says he's 30 years old. Mate, have you... The age of the old corner lady is 60 and she looks 200. And this is a Japanese game, which I find even more crazy because in Japan, right, I feel like they age slower. Crader saying, why are we playing mind chess with this woman? That is a very good question. I wouldn't have much time to think, so I'll need to be swift and decisive. Miss Hart is definitely hiding something from me. So my first move is to discover what that something is. Mind chess. Commands. I need you to tell me everything you know, and you don't dare leave anything out. And don't you dare leave anything out. Go jump in the creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You don't got nothing to do with me, nor me with you neither. I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. I better try another what the fuck? I can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Let's just calm down. I'm calm, dang you. Leastways I'll be just as soon as y'all quit yanking my dang chain. Fuck. That's fair. Being a news hound all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at. What the fuck are you talking about? Speaking of news hounds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. Oh yeah. What was it? Paralegal? Was that her name? Fuck, I can't remember. A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase, similar to your own, in fact. Oh yeah, she spoke like me, huh? Guess that could have been someone I know. Her name is Tabby Lloyd. Paralegal, man. What the fuck was I thinking? And if I had closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. She told me about somebody she called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she? Uh-oh, so y'all met Tabby, huh? Looks like... Well, ain't that something? Where'd y'all bump into her? She's a great kid, reckon. I reckon. Wait. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, ya sneaky snake. Evangelia don't think she looks like a raisin. Oh, you nearly had me too. Interesting. Talking about Miss Lloyd seemed to make her lower her guard a little. I think we can use that to our advantage. How? I need you to tell me everything you know, and you don't dare leave anything out. Go jump in the creek. Ah, fuck. Time to deploy my clue. I don't have anything to do with you? That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact. Yeah, well, guess it does seem kind of cold of me to say that if I know her pretty good. If you know her, wouldn't want the poor kid thinking I don't give a rat's behind. She can't see a rat's ass. Good, then you'll tell us what you know. Fine, see, it's like this. Got me a wait, what am I thinking? Dang it, Laura. You can't let him bamboozle you that easy. Fucking hell. What was that about a scoop? Oh, forget it. It was nothing. Nothing? Ugh. How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is. Ack! Alright, I got me a scoop. A big one. But I can't just go blabbing about it to y'all. I got bills to pay. She may be hiding something very important. I have to get it out of her somehow. We need to know the details of the scoop. Bring! She's quick to anger, but she's also quick to let key information slip. Now we know that, the rest shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else we can get out of her. This scoop of yours, does it have something to do with the auction? You know what? I clean forget, huh? But you tried to infiltrate an underground auction. It only stands to reason that you observed something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about? I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear nothing. Silent treatment, huh? Well, two can play at that game. Perhaps a little more proactivity is called for. Fuck! Don't have much time to think, so I'll need to be swift and decisive. But... You do realize you have nowhere to turn, don't you? Oh, fuck! Fuck! I should have picked my words more wisely. Fuck! Oh, shit! So if you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean you did hear the sound of something? Something during your time in this room? Well, see, that's, it was nothing really, just a little noise is all. When you make page 16, forget I mentioned it. So something happened during the auction, something that made a noise of some kind. This could be a valuable clue. Your big scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it? Might be it did, might be it didn't. Which is it? This is important. Alright, you don't gotta holler at me like that. I ain't done nothing shameful or nothing, just snuck in and did some undercover reporting. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck! Curses. Oh, what a ball ache. Can't give up now, I have to keep pushing. Oh, ball ache. Right, once more, into the breach. Oh, from the beginning? Oh my... Fuck me, I did the mistake. Fuck this. Fuck. Well, I've exhausted this avenue of inquiry. Let me try another angle. What? Oh shit. Whoa. Oh, fuck me! Oh, this is fucking... I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed, in fact. Hey, you did that exact same thing, genius. Oh, but I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that. Let's not mention the fact that I handed in my badge, shall we? Still, it don't amount to a whole hill of beans, right? There's folks out there that have that have done way worse. Murder, for one. Next to murder, trespass ain't hardly nothing. So, what? From your mutterings about murder just now, I gather your scoop has something to do with the homicide. Practicing, is there a difficulty level for this game? Maybe. I don't think so, actually. Nah, I was just talking all hypothetical, like, you know, about murder being the big one and all. Ain't nothing worse than murder. Not the most skilled evasion I've heard in my career. Look, I don't know. I done told you, okay? I snuck into the auction. I'll cop to that. But murder? I don't know nothing about no murder. Ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing. Scout's honor. Sounds... I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. I better try another tack. This skip of yours, does it have something to do with the auction? You know what? I clean forget, huh? But you try to infiltrate an underground auction. It only stands to reason that you observe something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about? If you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean you did hear the sound of something? Something during your time in this room? Well, see, that's... it wasn't nothing really, just a little noise is all. Wouldn't even make page 16. Oh, fuck, I don't know. So something did happen during the auction, something that made a noise. Your big scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it? Man, might be it did, might be it didn't. Which is it? This is important. Alright, you don't go haul at me like that. Ain't done nothing, shame. Fuck. Did some undercover reporting. I'll be the judge of whether... I'm just repeating the same shit again. Fuck this. My clue... You told me you heard something during the auction. You claimed it wasn't important, but it must have been. It must have been. Otherwise, why remember it? I think it was something very memorable indeed. In fact, I believe it was the cry of a murder victim. Oh, thank fuck. Also, was that a Dragon Ball Z sound effect? Oh, how do you keep doing that? Oh, fuck. Alright, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but only by accident. And that's all you're getting out of me. Wouldn't be no scoop left otherwise. The murder Miss Hart witnessed. It must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. Perhaps we should finish up by confirming the credibility of our claim. Oh, thank God it refilled. I have earned the back foot now. Time to finish this. I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important. Wish I could have helped y'all, but I don't rally crawl a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you, sorry. I mean, now look at me. Can't even get my facts straight half the time. I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. I better try another tact. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me. Ain't nothing left to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already. Okay, not that one then. You said you wound up in the middle of a murder scene. Is that really true? You're calling me a liar now. How-wee, now I'm mad, real mad. You do realize you have nowhere to turn, don't you? Oh, fuck. I'm a journalist. How am I going to sell stories if folks can't trust that? Trust that I'm telling the truth. I got me a motto, you know. Fuck me. Faster than anybody, honester than everybody. A motto, huh? That could be an important clue. I should bear it in mind. What the fuck? Be honest, Miss Hart. Ain't nothing left. I don't have a clue as to... Wait, the fuck? Let me just... My clue? I can't imagine that being so vague on the fact. As a trait valued amongst journalists, surely accuracy and honesty are what's necessary when reporting on a story. Well, see. It seems your so-called information is not credible after all. Look, there was a murder and I was there. I can even prove it. You can prove it, can you? How? I've got it right. Wait, you heard that? I was just talking to myself. Don't think nothing of it. She's still hiding something. This is a very vital clue. I need to use it maximum effect. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're not telling me. Ain't nothing left to tell. Dang it! I done spilled my guts already. Time to deploy my clue. Bum 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 bum. I know you've been keeping something from me. And that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to form the basis of a story you're hoping to tell. Yes! Ack! You suck hard! Dang it all the heck. Give me a break, will ya? No! I'll come clean, okay? That's what you want, right? Here, I done snapped me a photo. Happy now? You better be. And that's a checkmate. And you're no mate of mine. Mine says checkmate. Can't believe I let that happen. Betrayed by my own big mouth. You're always betrayed by your big mouth. Well, it happened. So it's time to tell us everything. Oh god, this music. I saw the whole thing. Watched that auction from start to finish. But you didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures too. Yeah, about that. So, like I said, I was spying on the whole thing right from the get-go. Is she gonna say that her camera didn't work? They was all shouting out bids. Then somebody wins some. And bam, down comes the hammer. Head on upstairs and pay, shouts the old ringleader. And then the whole thing starts over again. Anyhow, as soon as that happened, I had to think quick. That's when I ran behind there, that statue, and hid. And who was it that eventually appeared? I didn't see nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed the women bid. The sweet, sweet sound of cold, hard cash. I'm not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. The sound of someone counting bills, perhaps? Anyhow, the deal was you settled your bills up here. I heard two people yabbering for a little while. Wait, so two people came up on the elevator? You betcha! My guess is the other one was our friend the ringleader. Anyway. Valar, no, I'm not going to try out that game. Yabba yabba yabba, on it goes for a little while, then scream. Well, that shook me up pretty good, so I hunkered down in my hiding place and tried to stay out of sight. So you didn't see the moment of the murder? No, but I heard it real good. You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked? Quit trying to be funny, girlie. It don't suit you none. I'm just a Dana little journalist all on her lonesome. You think I was fixing to jump in and save the day? She has a point, though. It would have been a fucking suicide if she jumped out. Dainty. Damn, Edgeworth. Anyhow, then there was a bunch of rustling sounds. Right about when that was happening, I got to feeling pretty bad about what I'd done. That makes sense, I guess. After all, I didn't remember to get out my camera and snap even a single picture. Fuck it hell. She doesn't give a shit. Oh, so they didn't steal the money. The money's still on the table. Scoop like that drops right in my lap and I miss it. Somebody ought to tan my hide. Bloody hell. That is a phrase, isn't it? To tan my hide. You know, that's like to take your skin and tan it. It's kind of gross. Anyhow, then a little more time goes by and there's this kind of clattering noise. Clattering? Well, I'm there thinking, gotta get the shot this time, and so I grabbed one real quick one in the shadows there. Did you know? I take it you had the flash off. Could we see this photograph? Oh, do I have to? Here. Wait, did you have like a fucking Polaroid camera or something that produces images straight away? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. La 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 la. She had red on her hand, and this person has red on their hand. I don't understand, but it doesn't feel like... what is going on? That's the person in the red raincoat, the one who attacked Kay. So Kay's raincoated assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom, then proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay. A photograph of the mysterious figure in the red raincoat. Miss Hart's picture data jotted down in my organizer. Cracker was asking Red Hoosie is back. Looks like. Eva Jodo saying she looks like she got stabbed with a rake or something. No, we suspect it was the candelabra. Fuck, that thing. There's only one person in this picture. Where's the victim? Weird, huh? I wondered the same thing. Heard two people, but there was only one in the shot I got. And I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room neither. But that's the killer, alright. Leastways, I'm pretty sure it is. So, are we saying the victim disappeared? Wasn't the victim being in the box? How did you know it was the killer just by looking? Because they're literally red-handed with blood. How else would that get there, huh? I don't know. Maybe it's not blood. And the auction just carried on after that. Sure did. They just went right along like nothing had happened. Wait, that means the ringleader wasn't killed? Rich folks are crazier than a box of frogs. I'll never understand how they think. How did they carry on the auction if the ringleader was dead? You can't carry on out the auction without the person running the auction. Funny, I find journalists a struggle to understand as well. Miss Hart's statement data jotted down in my organizer is fucking as useful as... fuck all. Oh my god. Right, maybe the body was kept here. I mean, where else could the body have been hidden? Inside this giant head? Wait, so we've got some clues. Auction entry and exit. Participants entered the room one by one from the roof. They also left one by one. Maybe that's where the victim disappeared, I don't know. Cracker saying they were dapping up victim. Wait, what? If the storeroom was the actual scene of the crime, then you'd expect the body to have been here at some point as well. You'd also expect there to be blood on the floor. Huh? Well, yeah. But think back to what Miss Hart told us about how the customer left the auction. Do you remember? Of course, they came up from downstairs, back through the storeroom and... oh! Exactly. The killer would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where did they hide it? The body was hidden so auction participants who were leaving wouldn't spot it. Clearly in that case with the fucking... Emma, if you would mind putting your skills to work for me now? I'd love to. You just say what you need and I'll get right on it. Very well. Then I'd like you to check for blood residue. A luminol test in other words. Sure thing. Prepare to witness the power of science! I've never seen somebody's eyes actually sparkle with anticipation before. Alright, how about we test the ladder over there first? Based on Miss Hart's picture, I'd say the person in the red raincoat is about to climb it and make their escape. Wait, guys. Wait a minute. Does the mannequin didn't have a hand? The mannequin doesn't have hands right now, does it? I feel like I don't remember its hand being there just now. Which means there's a high chance of a positive result. To test an air, just press A. Well, what's A? That'll spray a little luminol on it. Oh no, look, oh no, I'm wrong. And if it happens to land on some blood, you'll see it react like this. It still feels super raw to see it just appear like that. Anyway, that's a positive, but it's still faint. Spraying it a couple of more times should be enough to really make it stand out. Alright. Yeah, that brought it out nicely and made it feel that much more real. Anyway, I think you've got the gist of how to look for blood traces now, right? I'm sure there's still some more to be found, so why don't you give it a try? Why were you doing this? Also, no, the hand is there. No. I wanna spray everything I see. Oh, where? Oh, damn. And that's how it's done. Take a good look around and see if you can find some other places to test with the luminol. Yeah, here. You want to test there? You bet my ass. Just spray some luminol in any place suspicious. Oh, it's all suspicious. Oh yeah, baby. Mr. Edgeworth, blood! But how could it have gotten there? Oh, come on, man. What a stupid question to ask. Maybe someone put something with blood on it and surrounded by idiots. The blood was detected. Oh, there's still places we haven't tested yet. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we can find. Are you serious? Okay. Yeah, why not? Sorry, it's a negative. What? I didn't even fucking test it. Yeah. Oh my god. Just so that we didn't have to program all of this. Careful with that. You can't go around spraying others with luminol. I wasn't about to. Oh, this sucks. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Oh, we can do it here as well. Oh. We've got a positive, there's blood here. But how come? Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say. Ooh, looks like some of it dripped through to the floor below, too. Interesting. Blood was detected in the secret elevator. It looks like it dripped through to the floor below. I think that's all the blood there is to be found. Alright, then that concludes this phase of our investigation. Okay. So what have we got? Hidden body, clothes box. Blood in the clothes box can only mean one thing. That this is where the body was hidden. I'm certain of it. I wonder who won the box in the auction. I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's a very helpful discovery. Now you just hold your horses there. There's no way the body could have been in there. What do you mean? I took a look at that there box when I first got in here. Looked to be just about the perfect size for a little hide and go seek if the need arose. And maybe it would have been if I could have opened it. But it was wrapped in chains and locked up tight. And I ain't no scamapologist. Fucking hell. The murder happened just a little after I scoped it out. So can't nobody have put an old body in there. Wrapped it in chains and locked it up tight, you say? That's odd. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped in chains any longer. Huh? Well, slap my head and call me silly. Could have swore it was, though. What does that mean? The box in which the killer hid the body, traces of blood were detected inside. What does that mean? I think we've examined all we can now. Great, time to see what's written down below. Shaking the leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie, hey, K-Meister. Yes, Mr. Fender? We're about ready to move out, so I want you to stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost. Of course, I'll be sure to stay close. When did those two start getting along so well? He's taking advantage of the fact she can't remember her personality. Oh, we're all going down? Okay. What if they're all waiting for us down there? Boop. Well. Cracker saying the victim used the mannequin to jerk themselves off. They had to climb the ladder to get to their appropriate height, get the UV light to see cum stains on the mannequin, then match the DNA. I don't know what I'm saying. Eva I don't think Edgeworth is working that noodle. What? Yeah, I didn't... I do like how Edgeworth is in, like, fucking action mode. He's in, I'm ready to take on anything. But also... how the hell does this lift work? So this just extends down. This rod pulls it up and it doesn't, like, the rod doesn't stay there. This is insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Anyway. What? Mr. Edgeworth! Who are we supposed to be hiding again? Who went running? Kay went running, right? This room. This is the auction room. No, this is the committee chamber. Yeah. Wait, drop right into my lap, Kay Faraday. Look, she's smiling. You got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, men. Arrest her right now. Wait, but she's... As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them out into the streets where they belong. Fuck this guy. You can't do this. This is going way overboard. Yeah, what she said. Miles, this isn't looking good. I gotta say. I mean, didn't we think this was gonna happen? See how the blinding light of justice... Yeah! Oh my god. Francisca. Yowie! What did I do? You'll have to forgive me. I meant to hit a certain cowardly ex-prosecutor. You were aiming for him? You were aiming straight at me? Something keeps getting in my way. Something fucking idiotic. Oh, God, Francisca. Right there. Yes! Fucking love Francisca Macara. Anyway, Francisca. So, what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? I still believe Kay to be innocent. And we're supposed to care what you believe? You no longer have the right to an opinion. Damn. I am Francisca von Karma, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. But you chose to stop by giving up your badge, and so our game has already come to an end. My badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped, I've simply cleared the way ahead. And now I'm free to follow that road all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed. I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was. You seem to think you know what lies at the end of this road to the truth. In that case, I demand that you show me. I'll explain my current theory first, and if your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. Graduates in God of War, bloody hell. I don't think Francisca is doing God's work. Screw you, Eustace. The victim used her keycard and entered this chamber with her killer. She was then stabbed with a candelabrum by the culprit and subsequently died as a result. We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim, and we know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial chamber. The blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game, set, and match Miles Edgeworth. QED. What's QED? It's like the proof, right? She seems pretty confident, huh? She doesn't lack the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. And I gotta say, I can take that vibe. I could even give her a no hard fate. Fuck you, Fender. Pathetic. Well, Miles Edgeworth, do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? Are you wanting this? Are you wanting Miles to dominate? Are you wanting Edgeworth to dominate you? I wonder about Francisca sometimes. If you really have found the truth, the road to the truth, perhaps you'd be so kind as to point me toward it. I'll be very happy to. Settle in, Francisca. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence. Oh shit. Rebuttal! Emphasis on the but. The victim used her key card and entered the chamber with her killer.
Hold it!
And you're sure the data from the security system is accurate? That data is just like me, perfect in every way. There's no room for doubt on either front. Well, your theory is far from perfect. I suppose I'm not going to change your mind on this so easily, am I? Evangel Donut saying Francisca is a dommy mommy as she wants to dominate Edgeworth, but I digress. I don't think so. I think that she's Sundari. I think this is the front that she puts on, but I think she secretly wants Edgeworth to dominate her. This is just a theory. Okay. Correct. As I said, the victim entered the room with her killer. She was then stabbed with a candelabrum by the culprit and subsequently died as a result. I mean, that kind of makes sense. And the stab wounds she stained are a perfect match with the candelabrum in question. 3 wounds inflicted by metallic spikes of some kind in 3 places simultaneously. Even you have to agree that there aren't many objects that could do that. Evangel, I don't think maybe it is possible. Yeah, it's a possibility I like to think about. I imagine it's a bit like a Helga Pataki situation where she puts on this like strong front mainly because she was raised to be like that. Because her dad was an asshole. Furthermore, Grandma Hertz confirmed the murder weapon in her report. Then there's absolutely no doubt in your mind that it was the candelabrum. None whatsoever. And as for the culprit, we know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letter she exchanged with the victim.
Hold it!
Have you managed to prove conclusively that the letter found in the victim was sent by Kay? I wasn't aware that there was any doubt on that front. Are you suggesting it was a forgery? Well, if there was any doubt, there isn't any longer. Document analysis turned up nothing. Nothing to suggest the involvement of anyone other than the sender and the recipient or of any forgery. Are you saying that they found Kay's prints? No, only the victims. Well then, how could you say for sure that Kay did the deed? Haven't you been listening? Document analysis found nothing to suggest that the letter was a forgery. Face it, the letter was sent by Kay Faraday. A fact that more than adequately proves the identity of the murderer. What? But they weren't able to prove it was hers. Crider saying wishful thinking, maybe. Evangel don't saying her dad was not just an asshole. Von Karm was the king of assholes. Yes, he was. He's in jail now, right? And we know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial sheet. Well, it's not. One second, though, let me save, because I've got a feeling it's not going to be as simple as saying that we think it was there. What other evidence do we have? But wait, let me read this. Illicit auction held in big building. Items on sale were mainly items of police evidence related to homicide cases. 11 attendees altogether, all were wearing masks. Auction continued even after the murder occurred. Oh, that's it.
Objection!
Nope. Fuck. Why don't you ever take a track at answering your own question? Because in this case my answer is simply no. That hurt my head. That hurt my soul. Next time, try another swift kicking her before her switch. Oh, yow. Less of your chatter, I don't have time for this. I'd better get this over with before she whips Fender unconscious. And we know the location. The blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game set matchups. What do we have?
Objection!
Eat it. If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. Murder under the gaze of the divine, a brazen act, even for a cold-blooded killer. Except that may not be true at all. Take a look at this, if you would. There's a bloodstain we discovered in the storeroom directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through to the room below. Wait a minute, this is inside of a multi-story skyscraper. Are these actually windows? Is this actual stone? They just built this stone fucking interior with faux, like, this is stained glass, but like, is there like LEDs behind these glasses to make the light shine through? Because it's not coming from outside, is it? How does this work? And the elevator dripped down from, descends directly to the foot of the statue. Ah, you noticed. Then you agree that the murder cannot in fact have happened in this room. I put it to you that the victim was killed in the room above, and only afterward was she moved down here. The Goddess of Justice did not witness a murder. She witnessed a killer trying to cover their tracks. Why is she so smug? Look at my gloved hands. Why is she smiling? Yeah, damn, man. Sorry, I was just thinking back to a very similar situation. Well done, Miles Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought. Can you ever give him a compliment? Mr. Edgeworth's anything but a fool, sir, and you know it. Youch! Dang. Have you forgotten the picture you showed me? Or are you really that airheaded? Also, why is her whip brown? I feel like her whip should be black. It would look nicer. Maybe the brown gives more contrast. Even a cursory glance shows that there was far more blood here in the committee chamber than upstairs. Ouch, whipped and ignored again. Wish I could get some. What the fuck? You're trying to tell me that all of that blood dripped down from above, Miles Edgeworth? If it had, your storeroom stain would need to be 10 times as big. This is a good point. I say the murder happened down here. There's no way it could have happened anywhere else. Could it have been that she died? She definitely didn't die from the candle blast thing. And as insightful as ever, Francisca. But you've played right into my hands. What? How so? Wait. I'm not against Francisca being pissed. You are correct. There is far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why? A trifling detail in the face of my previous explanation. Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there was blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some spatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you? Whoa, like some crazy fountain of blood? No way. No way indeed. It's completely impossible. So how about this? What if this explains the difference in the amount of blood observed? There was far more blood in the committee chamber than in the storeroom above because... Yeah, I think they were hit in the head and stabbed down here. The victim was... Uh-oh. Weren't you the one that just saying that the murder happened in the storeroom? At least stand by your own state. No, shit, that was my own fault. Ah, fuck! The blood in the storeroom would surely be from when the victim was initially stabbed. But if you consider the point at which the victim was likely to have bled the most, perhaps we can explain why there was more blood in the committee chamber than above. You can't explain the difference in the amount of blood, can you? Don't underestimate me, for I have the answer right here. Oh yeah, okay. The victim died of 3 stab wounds, wounds that would have bled profusely. Exactly as proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor of this room. But that doesn't make any sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. You said there wasn't much blood up there already. Eee! Silence, you half-baked hair-brained rookie. Damn! Hey, hairbrain's alone. Ah! A stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time. Oh, I know. When the weapon is removed, right? Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber with the candelabrum still in its chest. And then, when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we see between the 2 locations. But why? What was the killer trying to do? I imagine they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. As we know, Miss Ringer's keycard was used late last night. Judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess that it was used by the killer when they entered the room to create their elaborate setup. But why would they have needed to do all of this in the first place? Perhaps because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation? If they were involved with the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secret exposed. Committee chamber blood data jotted down in my organizer. Rather saying you're asking too much from a Sun. If that's what you claim. Evangelical says, indeed, I love it when she beats Eustace. It makes me feel like all is right in the world. It does feel good, doesn't it? Underground auction? You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. The items up there tell quite a story. One that should more than explain what was going on here last night. Wait, wasn't Verity here early yesterday? She said she was here early, and we thought she was here for the court thing that was happening with Edgeworth today. Could she be implicated in this? Oh, I don't want her to be implicated in this. It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth. How desperate do you want to protect your friend? There's something just beneath the surface of this case. Something bigger than all of us. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it. Evangelical saying, anyway, AFK getting ice cream. Awesome. That's quite the hyperbolic claim, Miles Edgeworth. Hyperbolic? Me? Surely you're the one making a mountain out of my perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol and international cases, so why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why, because this case has something to do with the smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that the something I sense isn't related to any of this. I'm very happy to learn that you giving up your badge didn't completely relieve you of your senses. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way. Sorry, sir. I just thought I might help, you know. You did the right thing, detective. So am I right, Franziska? Is this incident part of the broader case you're working? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar? Wouldn't you like to know? But you don't need to. And so you won't. She's such a bitch. We love her for it. Then you knew, didn't you? That the auction was being held here in this chamber. Hey, y'all mind if I butt in for a sec? Your victim over there, the lady in the white. You. Oh, look at her reaction. Hey, let a gal finish, will ya? No good butting and pinning, you know what now. Ouch! Well, this leopard sure ain't changed her spots. Your testimony is not required, and neither is your presence. What do you mean? I'm a journalist. Ouch! You're a liar is what you are. You lied under oath that one time. Seems like Miss Von Karma's none too fond of Miss Hart, huh? Neither am I, to be honest. I don't think she's her biggest fan, no. What's she called? Ringer, right? She was a member of this here committee. Well, she's dressed exactly like the ringleader of that there sexual... yeah! Stop it, stop whipping me, dang it! What is the meaning of this interruption? Miles Edgeworth, explain. Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed. And it seems they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer. But that would mean that the victim was also the ringleader. No, how about we just... It seems I have some new information to consider. It's true that I came here to investigate the underground auction and to arrest its head of operations, the auctioneer. But if Miss Hart is to be believed, the ringleader is dead. I guess that means your journey here today was wasted. I suppose it does, nonetheless. I, Franziska von Karma, I refuse to leave empty-handed. Time for a rematch, Miles Edgeworth. For what? Fine by me. but you may find that your whip will go sorely underused this round. Fine, I accept your little explanation. That would make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes? In which case the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was an attendee. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place. They then stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum. I mean, there's nothing we have to disagree with that, right? There, does that just about sum it up? Because I won't be accepting rebuttals. I'm afraid you might have to. There is a serious hole in your testimony. There is? I didn't spot any. Good thing you're the one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. What? I didn't spot any either. Alright, then time to fight back. You have to win this for sure. For us. And I will. Time to take Franziska's testimony to task. Wait, what the fuck did we... What? What was wrong? Ugh. In which case the murderer is someone connected to the auction. Yes. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was an attendee. Yes. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place. No. I feel that we're assuming the killer was the auction. Wait, what did she say? The victim was the auctioneer. I don't think the victim was the auctioneer.
Objection!
Nope. Because, like, the auction continued. How can you continue it without the auctioneer? At least I'm not giving you minus route. Well, unscientifically speaking, I can tell you that it hurts a lot. Then I guess you'll just have to try your best to avoid,
Hold it!
You conceded that point rather easily. I can't help but be suspicious. I'm not in the habit of denying facts that are readily supported by the evidence. That's all there is to it. Evangelion says, I have returned with Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream. Nice. You are able to show that the murder actually took place in the storeroom. In which case the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And how exactly did you come to that conclusion? Members of the big building staff were questioned extensively, but none mentioned a secret storeroom. It seems its existence was only known to only a handful of people. And of course that storeroom was there where the items that were to be sold in the auction were kept. Very good, which suggests a link between knowledge of the storeroom and involvement in the auction. Makes sense. Let's believe the victim was auctioned. So you believe that the victim and the ringleader were one and the same? I do, and the murderer was... Why are you asking her this? You just said the exact same thing yourself, dummy. So I did, but I was merely confirming Franziska's reasoning in order to... Oh, don't give me that horse feed. You get caught saying something stupid, you give her a little laugh and then move on with your date. What the fuck? The murderer was one of the auction attendees. What? You don't got no notes for our friend here after that little performance of his? Of course, assuming that our friend the photographer's word can be trusted. I can't quite tell if they love or hate one another. Anyway, the more relevant point here is how the culprit actually carried out their plan. Yeah. If I don't say give a bowl to my nephew as well. Nice. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom where the exchange of illicit good was to take place.
Hold it!
How exactly did they manage that, may I ask? Miss Hart was in the storeroom too, remember?
Objection!
Yes, hiding someplace. And if you've seen the storeroom yourself, you'll know that there are plenty of other places to hide too. So you're saying the killer was hiding out of sight while they were awaiting the victim's arrival. I believe you can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded. After all, the victim was the auctioneer herself. She would surely have needed to be present throughout the proceedings. She thinks it happened afterward. Would you mind adding that statement to your testimony, Franziska? Leave it It seems you're one step behind yet again, Francisco. How so? The auctioneer was not in fact the victim, and I can prove it. This is the statement Miss Hart gave us. Well, if she made it, it's not worth the air she used to say it, damn. I done told you I'm a journalist, dang nabbit. My word is youch. Did I ask you to open your mouth? Damn. Double youch. Whoa, man.
Objection!
That felt brutal. Calm down and listen for a second, Francisca. Miss Hart witnessed at least some of the events surrounding the murder, and she confirmed that the auction continued even after the murder had occurred. You bet it did. Went right on like nothing had happened at all. How would that have been possible without an auctioneer, It wouldn't. So you see, the victim couldn't have been the auctioneer, she was one of the attendees. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. No. As I've been saying since the start, there's no way Kay can be the murderer, because she had been pushed down the hatch by her assailant and knocked unconscious by that time. So then, who was the victim, really? Right, well, if the auction carried on after the murder, the victim must have not have been the auctioneer, but an attendee. That's enough. Oh, I know that sound all too well. Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman. Oh, no, he's here. What was the voice I gave this guy? Oh, there's no need for all that pomp and circumstance, Verity. Please, everyone, feel free to call me Celsius. Yes, that'll do nicely. Oh, he's called Celsius. Alright, Celsius, what are you doing here? Oh, I just stopped by to see how my bone-headed boy was getting along. They say there are all sorts of families, but I'm not sure these two are what they meant. What's he doing with the fucking lighter? Why does he do that? I thought I might need to light a fire in this investigation, but it seems not. The suspect everyone's searching high and low for is right back here where we started. Men, detain the suspect immediately. Wait, Miss Faraday is innocent. Shut your meddling mouth. Oh shit, look at that. It's fucking on fire. Also, why has he got water in his goggles? Was he crying? You're becoming something of a problem, Miles, my boy. I thought I told you. The committee wants this matter cleared up as soon as possible. Alright, maybe he's the one that was the auctioneer. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organization be seen to drag its feet. It's bad for us, and it's bad for me too. Personally, sorry, it must be my age. Your envelope for investigation ends here, and it will not be permitted to resume. In case you have forgotten, you are no longer a prosecutor. You have no authority here. And what's more, there is the matter of you aiding and abetting a suspect. She's right, of course, as always. You really are a godsend, Verity. Evangelizing the world sucks. It truly does at times. Everything I do knowingly. If you wish to prosecute me for it, be my guest, but know this. We have uncovered a new suspect, this person here. Miss Faraday was attacked by this... You can stop right there, Mr. Edgeworth. The raincoat in your picture was discovered nearby a short while ago. The victim's blood was found on the hood along with some cherry blossom petals. Cherry blossom petals, like the ones on the roof. Yes, they were stuck to the edges of the bloodstains, probably due to the blood being fresh at the time. The results came back already, my boy, so there's no mistaking it. Oh, no way. The person in your picture is the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer. What? Worn by the victim whose fingerprints and blood were found on the hood? I do not have a clue what to make of that. No, this completely undermines our entire case. All our assumptions were based on the person in the red raincoat being the killer. But if they were the victim instead, then Kay remains at the top of the suspect list. Miss Faraday, you testified to having encountered a person in a red raincoat up on the roof, correct? Yes, I did. Fuck. We now know that that person was the murder victim, and you are the only person we know of who came into contact with her. Since one of you wound up dead, I think we all know how that encounter went.
Objection!
We're assuming that Kay was able to do that, okay. No, Kay was attacked by that person. She is the victim here, not the aggressor. As far as I recall, we have yet to see any evidence that proves she was attacked as you claim. And even if such proof existed, Miss Ringer could simply have been acting in self-defense. Well, you can't just jump to conclusions like that. Kay is innocent. But I'm not. What? Kay? I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. It's just a flash, but I remember what I saw now, right when it happened. The murderer, it was me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I remember looking down and the person in the red raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer. Oh my god. No, you're not. You can't be. Then what am I? Why do I have a memory like that? Fuck knows. Maybe you just saw her lying there dead on the floor. I don't know. They were on the roof in front of me. There was like a pool of blood. Why was I just standing there? Why didn't I do something? This is a good point, actually. I know why. It's because I was the killer. What? Oh my god. Fucking worst. Like... worst accused fucking defendant ever. This court recognizes the legitimacy of the accused's memories. Of course it will. What? But you said you didn't believe her like 5 minutes ago? Yeah, because I'm an asshole. I commend you on your bravery, Miss Faraday. It will not go unrewarded. You fucking suck. If I tried on it saying, why does this feel so familiar? Didn't Maya have a moment like this where she claimed she was a murderer? True. This, I feel, was she not possessed or something at some point and she thought that she'd killed someone while possessed? Yeah, this does feel familiar. Praise be to the goddess of justice for her many blessings. As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request that the suspect be... We don't have time for this. We must arrest Kay Faraday this instant. Why? How dare you take that tone with me? Damn. This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand that you give us more time to investigate. You say my investigation is unlawful. What could be more unlawful than this? Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law. Indeed you don't, but I do. And while I can't help but be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Verity. Speaking of the law, it seems there is one other we must arrest. Oh shit. The photographer? Ah yes, I almost forgot. Miles. What, am I going to get arrested? What are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth just doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't doing squat. By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving in any kind of official capacity. You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. You conducted an unlawful investigation. Worse, you aided and abetted the flight of a suspect. You are no longer even an ex-prosecutor. You are a criminal, nothing more. Ah, shit. Oh, that reminds me. There was supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there? Concerning your conduct. I'll make sure it's officially rescheduled for tomorrow, although I fear I already know the outcome. Look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard. Oh, fuck all these people. This court is adjourned. Damn! Damn! What a fucking cliffhanger. We are so fucked. Pardon me. And I think we will leave it there for today. Oh, what a cliffhanger. So, we find out about the spare room. We find out that the murder happened in that floor that no one else knows about. It's a very small floor as well, for some reason. And Kay is still implicated because it turns out that the victim was actually not the auctioneer. So the victim was Rosie, maybe? So no, the victim is Rosie, but the victim was not the auctioneer, which means that Kay is still the potential suspect. Kay has then had a memory and she's like, I killed her, I saw her in the floor, and therefore I must have killed her because I did nothing. I mean, what were you going to do? Save her? She was already dead. Anyway, I don't know. Right, Kay's implicated herself and got us screwed. And now Edgeworth is fucking arrested as well because he was conducting an investigation that was illegal. I don't know if is that really arrestable? I guess he aided and abetted someone who ran away. A fugitive, I guess. That's probably the biggest one. Evangelion saying thank you for the stream, Mr. Purplehead. It is a pleasure. But anyway, I fucking want to continue this now. It's so annoying. But we will continue this some other time, probably next week Sunday. So let's leave it there for now. I am Ash Mannix. This is Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. And I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Later.